day of the week. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you waiting for? Come and take a seat. Like and subscribe, this is where you wanna be. Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all. Hey. Let me know you can hear my voice by putting a thumbs up in the chat for your girl. What is going on this good Sunday evening? I'm not going to be long. This is definitely not going to be a long live, but put a thumbs up if you can hear my voice. It's not going to be a long live because I got to get my fitness on. Okay. It is 7:00 and I want to be on the track at 7:30-ish. Okay. So this is going to be a quick live on this Sunday. I wasn't going to come live at all. However, I love y'all. I love y'all. And I want to do this topic. I want to do this topic, honey. I want to do this topic. So I see the thumbs up. Thank y'all for pulling up to your girl. She said, hey, I thought you was resting today. I was resting today. I've been resting all day. And I started my juice. I don't know about y'all, but I have started my juicing. Okay. And baby, I ain't gonna lie, child. Ooh, Jesus. I almost gave in. Hold on, honey. Don't leave me. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right. I had to make sure my husband didn't leave me because honey Jay would go out there and walk 5 miles on my ass. You hear me? So anyway, but I want to just come do the story. So I've been resting all day. I've started my juicing already. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to throw the towel in already. But Lord, just pray for me, y'all. Ooh, Jesus. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Okay. I'm gonna make it. Y'all hit that thumbs up button for me, please, and thank you. Hit that thumbs up and share this live. So listen, let's get right into it. But before we do, right quick, you guys, don't know if you guys heard about there has been 2 shootings today. Unfortunately, one is it's Cabo Wabo, North Carolina. That's like a little bit above Charlotte, North Carolina, and the other location was Boulder, Colorado. Okay, I think in Charlotte, some people, like I think 11 or 12 people got injured. They got shot. And in Boulder, Colorado, right now, we have some injuries, but no fatalities. So anyway, we got loved ones in those areas. One was a mall shooting and one was not a shooting, I'm sorry. One was a mall incident. I guess you could say shooting. And the other one was a house shooting. They was having a party, the one that's near Charlotte, North Carolina. They was having a party, a pool party at a nice residence, big, nice home, and fight broke out and whatnot, and some people start shooting. So y'all be safe out there, you hear? Be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. She said, I haven't heard anything about the shooting. Oh, yes, it happened today, June 1st, honey. Okay? So anyway, if you got loved ones in Colorado or in the Charlotte area, it's about 45 minutes from Charlotte. Just check up on your loved ones. Check up on your loved ones, okay? So let's get into this topic about Todd and Chrisley. Did y'all used to watch Todd and Julie Chrisley? Raise your hand in the chat if you watched this show. I'm going to put it up a little bit. I'm not going to play a lot of the episode. I'm just going to put up a little bit just for those that may have never heard of this couple ever. Have y'all heard of this couple?
My form of parenting is entirely different than Julie's form of parenting. I need to know where our children are at all times. So when I buy them a car, there is a tracking.
Have y'all heard of Todd and Julie?
You assume that kids are all liars.
You really think that when Chase tells me at 16 years old, oh, I'm going to bed at 8.
Okay, yes.
He's going
So quite a few people have said yes. So y'all have checked this couple out, okay? So listen, this couple had a reality TV show. He was a very flamboyant father, okay? And everybody thought he was, the GAY word. Even myself, I was like, I don't know about all of them. Did he really have all those kids? So anyway, Breakroom says, hey, sis. She said, I always watch Chrisley Knows Best. Yes, that was the name of the show, Chrisley Knows Best. So Todd Chrisley, known for Chrisley Knows Best. It was a USA Network reality TV show that was launched back in 2014, okay? Todd was painted as a controlling father, very flamboyant Southern dad who micromanaged his entire family. Julie, on the other hand, she's Todd's second wife, and she was often seen as the calm, supportive wife, okay? She played the perfect homemaker on the show. Well, honey, the show was surrounded around them flaunting their wealth off, right? Designer brands, extravagant living. They flaunted their wealth off, and they had 9 seasons before it was canceled in 2023, which came after their sentence. Okay. So reality show, they went from reality show being rich to locked up, and now they are free. And we're going to talk about it. Okay. They are now free. So what happened to the Todd and Julie Chrisleys? Okay. What happened? Well, back in 2019, charges was filed by the feds, and later some charges, fraud charges was filed and later expanded to a whole bunch of different charges. They was charged of wire fraud, tax evasion, conspiracy to commit bank fraud, and conspiracy to defraud the United States government. Okay. So they alleged that they faked all these fake statements, documents to receive these loans, kind of along the same lines of Bishop Whitehead. Same thing he in prison for right now, serving 9 years. I think he got 9 years for is the same thing that they got caught up with. They faked documents, turned them into the bank, and the bank gave them money. They were able to secure over $30 million in loans. Okay. $30 million in loans. They were able to get it. And that 30 million gave them the opportunity to live this lifestyle that you only dream of. Okay. Nice houses, nice cars, designer clothes, all of it. Okay. $30 million. If you're able to get $30 million from the damn, from the banks, baby, you're going to be doing the damn thing. You hear me? And they did it all and they were caught. Okay. So anyway, they hid the income from the IRS, including the earnings from Chrisley Knows best. And the prosecutor said they lived a fake lifestyle for TV and used their fame to cover up their crime. So they're saying it was fake. They did not earn any of it. Okay. Now us looking on the outside, looking in like, damn, they rich. But the feds said, hell no, it's fake. Okay. So they lived a fake lifestyle. And I'm just going to say because they were smart. No, I'm sorry. Smart is not doing crime. Smart is not doing crime. But they did it for a while and they got away with it until they got caught up with it. All right. So in June of 2022, a jury found them guilty on all counts. Now that's a rare that you go to court and they have you down for conspiracy to commit bank fraud, wire fraud, tax evasion, conspiracy to defraud the United States government, and they find you guilty on all of them. They normally only find you guilty on one, right? And then they give you an opportunity to plead to a lesser charge or whatnot. They were found guilty on all charges. All charges. Matter of fact, let me show you a clip of when this was a big thing, you guys. So when they were found guilty, it made the news. Let me show you a news clip right quick of their them getting sentenced, because the judge was not playing with them. The judge was like, you ain't even hold on, that's not it. The judge was like, you're not even. They asked for another trial after the jury sentenced them, and the judge like, nah, you're not getting another trial. Here we go. All right, let me bring it up here. Hold on, let me get back to my spot. Here we go. The judge like, nah, get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. You're going to jail. But I got to tell you, honey, because it is not over. It ain't never over till the fat lady sing, okay? Never over till the fat lady sing.
Reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley.
Hold on.
Chrisley are going to prison. A judge sentenced the pair to a combined 19 years for fraud.
Hold on, let's go back.
Reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley are going to prison. A judge sentenced the pair to a combined 19 years for fraud and tax evasion. The Chrisleys rose to fame with their show Chrisley Knows Best, which follows their tight-knit family. A jury convicted them on several charges earlier this year. U.S. District Judge Eleanor Ross gave Todd Chrisley 12 years in prison, while Julie Chrisley received 7 years.
As today's sentencing proves, when you lie, cheat, and steal, justice is blind to your fame, fortune, and position.
The judge handed down the sentence without making a ruling on the Chrisleys' request for a new trial. They must turn themselves in to begin their prison sentences on January 15th.
Well, it's
Okay, so right there, the judge sentenced him to 12 years and her to 7 with a combined total of 19 years,
Today,
okay?
behind darkened
He got more years because, you know, they was trying to say it was really all his idea. And she kind of like, you know, she was the calm one. She kind of like followed along, okay? So 19 years combined, Fed time. Now, y'all know about Fed time, right? Normally, if you get convicted for Fed time, you're doing each day. Each day, you're doing every bit of your time. You might as well cancel Christmas because you're doing it. Well, not so fast. But before we get there, before we get to the pardon, let's talk about a couple of things that he tried to do to get himself out of it. So anyway, so again, the 30 million fraud loans, lavish houses, all that stuff or whatever, they were convicted in 2022. Julie was also convicted of obstruction of justice for allegedly lying to the federal investigation. So she only got 7 years, but she got it for lying because she knew about it. Okay, she knew all about it, right? So the judge did not buy her saying, I didn't know this was going on. You know, he was my husband, but I didn't know he was stealing money. I didn't know he was frauding the government. I didn't know he was using fake documents to get these loans. I thought he really was being legit. I thought the bank loved us. I thought they liked us. So the judge says, no, I do not believe you didn't know anything about this. So your ass is going down for 7 years. Okay. Whereas Todd, the husband, received 12 years. All right. So, and then after the 12 years, he was ordered to receive 16 months of probation after release. So they said, the judge said, do your 12 years. And after you come home, you're going to be on 16 months of probation. Julie received 7 years and the same 16-month probation when she gets out. They were also ordered to pay, listen here, $17.8 million in restitution. Yes, you heard me, almost $18 million. $17.8 million they were ordered to pay in restitution. So now listen to this, you guys. These two couples, or this couple, these two people, 19 collectively years served. Or should I say they were sentenced 19 collective years. 16 months apiece for probation, 17.8 million in restitution. Todd was born to Pensacola and Julie in Lexington. They are free today, you guys. They are free. They were supposed to serve a minimum of 85% of their sentence. Okay? They started in January of 2023. It is June of 2025, and they are free. Why? Well, let's talk about it. Donald Trump, baby. Donald Trump pardoned those two. Well, they were big Donald Trump supporters. Their daughter spoke up, Savannah, her name is, and she campaigned hard. I mean, hard. She campaigned for their freedom, okay? She basically said, you know, everything was manipulated. It's not like it seemed, you know, they shouldn't got 19 years in prison. And Donald Trump agreed. So Donald Trump on May 27th of this year, he pardoned them and they were released on the 28th. And Donald Trump said that they were treated unfairly and deserved a second chance. So now, so if you fraud the bank, right? If you go and somehow create documents and steal $30 million from the government, from the banks, Donald Trump says you deserve a second chance. It ain't that bad. I wonder why he said it, right? But anyway, nevertheless, they are free. Now, a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people are mad. A lot of people are upset. I'm talking about from celebrities to reality TV show people to just regular, you know, smosey josies like myself, right? A lot of people are mad because they only served a little over 2 years of a 19-year sentence. But again, they was only 19 collectively, 7 for her and 12 for him. But they were supposed to serve 85% of their time. And Donald Trump said, nah, that's too harsh. 12 years, nah, let him out. So anyway, they have moved back to Nashville. Now, Todd did come out and speak afterward, and I'm going to show the video that he did. They said Julie is remaining quiet. She don't have much to say. She's like, nah, I'm not saying much or whatever, right? So let's talk. Let's let you see the video that he did since he's been released. Here we go.
Are you guys good? I'm still.
That is his daughter, Savannah. She's the one that campaigned real hard to get her father and her mom released from prison after they stole $30 million from the government. Or should I say frauded the government, frauded the banks of $30 million.
We woke up today and they were still at home. So it's honestly felt like such a dream to have them at home. And I'm just so grateful, obviously, to President Trump, the administration, Alice Johnson, just everyone within the pardons office. Alice obviously came on my podcast a year and a half ago, I think, before she ever even got the role. And what I respect about her is she's not in the art of giving favors. Neither is President Trump. And when she got the role, she looked into our case. They saw the injustices. The media loves to run with this $30 million scheme without doing the research to look into the documents. And there was no $30 million scheme. But I just appreciate the administration looking into it and seeing the faults within our case, the corruption, and just the weaponization of the DOJ. So we are just so excited and moving forward. Obviously, getting them home the past 2.5 years, I have thought like that was my number one priority, was getting my parents home. But now that they're home, now we move on to all the other men and women that are in the system and getting them home. And I know we're going to continue to work. We're going to be in DC, and mom and dad are now along for the ride because we're not leaving those men and women behind. There's too much work that needs to be done. There's too much work.
Now, what she's talking about here, and he's going to explain a little bit. What she's talking about here is he was locked up, he said, with a lot of brown men, okay? A lot of brown men that probably did some of the same shit that Trump kind of left behind, you know what I mean? So what he's going to speak on in a few minutes is they're going to try to advocate some type of program put together or whatever to try to get some of these brown men, our black men home from the feds for doing the similar shit that Trump pardoned them from, okay?
Form that needs to be done. So we're just super excited. And here he is, Todd Chrisley, after running from, the media in Nordstrom yesterday.
Good morning, guys. Thank you all very much for coming today, for having the interest. I want to thank first and foremost my Lord and Savior, because that's who got me through it. I want to thank President Trump. I want to thank the administration. I want to thank Alice Johnson. I want to thank.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. I don't like Trump, but baby, if Trump got me out of prison, if Trump spared me 10 years of my life and I was only out, I was supposed to be did 12 years and I only did 10 years, I'm kissing his ass too. Do you hear me? Listen, if Trump pardoned me and set me free 10 years in advance, oh yeah, that's my president, baby. Do you hear me? Honey, I would be a Trumper too.
The person that has prayed for us.
What about you guys? Let me know in the comments. If Trump set you free, if Trump shaved 10 years off of your sentence, are you a Trumper?
Has stayed in the fight and that fought for the truth to come out. And so I am grateful for it. And as Savannah said, she has fought a long fight. And for any parent to see their child fight this hard, it's a double-edged sword. It's a blessing, and then your heart breaks because your child has been placed in that position to fight for you, when as a parent, you're supposed to fight for your children. So I will always be grateful to you from the bottom of my heart.
Now, I will say Savannah stood in the paint for her mama and her daddy. When I tell you she was out there campaigning for their freedom for 2+ years, she did not let up. You hear me? Did not let up at all.
Mm-hmm. We've had wonderful legal representation, maybe not the first go round, but certainly when you picked up. And we're certainly grateful to you, Alex, and to you. This is the better looking version of our team. So, we're grateful for everything that has happened thus far. And as bad as this experience has been, there's also been a lot of blessings to come from it. I have met some wonderful men. I have listened to some horrific stories about things our system. And whether you believe it or not, because I was you at some point, even though this pardon has happened, I still was convicted of something that I did not do.
Now he said he didn't do it. The Fed said he did it. The jury said he did it. The damn judge said he did it. But he said he didn't do it. But 99% of the people in prison say they didn't do it. Now, I don't know if the man did it or not. You know, I wasn't there. I didn't check no documents. I don't know. But a jury said his ass did it. The judge said he did it. The paperwork trail said he did it. But he said he didn't do it. Okay? So it is what it is.
It could be you. It could be you. It could be any of you. And somewhere in this room, someone has had a family member that has been affected by this system. So I understand the shame that's around it, but I refuse to feed into that because shame is like a cancer that just spreads, and I have no shame. So I will continue to fight for all the guys that I dealt with and that I was blessed to be with at FPC Pensacola. I will continue to expose the injustices that go on there and throughout the department and throughout the Bureau of Prisons. I know that Julie, who is a wonderful...
Now, we're going to take him to this. You hear what he's saying, right? He's saying now that he's out, he's going to fight for those that are receiving injustice in the prison sentences, in the prison system. We're going to see if he's going to do that, right? We're going to keep an eye on this joker and see if he do what he said he's going to do, okay?
Decent, God-fearing woman, and that I am blessed to have been married to and been with for over 30 years now. An excellent mother. She's at home with Chloe right now, and Chloe will not let her go. So we're blessed to have our family back, and we're blessed to be coming back to television.
And he coming right back to reality TV, y'all. So if y'all used to love them, I know Tiff said she did. They coming right back to reality TV show and pick up where they left off, okay?
Because we do have a much bigger story to tell now than we ever have. So I thank each and every one of you.
We're happy to open this up for some questions. I'll start here.
Todd and Savannah, what was the first night, Todd, Julie? And the second part of that is the fans have been really talking about your transfer, your physical transfer.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I just wanted y'all to see. He said that when he get out, he's gonna fight for the brown people that he met in prison. That he's gonna fight for their release because he said they are not being treated fairly. Okay, he's saying they are not being treated fairly, so they are going right back to the reality TV show that they were on before it got shut down for all that fraud, all that stealing of the money, you know what I mean? But anyway, so President Trump actually pardoned them, you know? He let them free. And so I want to talk about this, but I also want to go into the Diddy. Now, I'm not going to say a whole lot about Diddy because I have not been watching it. However, I do want to say I heard that Diddy is also looking for a pardon from President Trump. Now, I want to ask you guys, do you think that Diddy will receive the same pardon as Todd and Julie Chrisley? Do you think he's going to get it? She said, do you think he's fighting for them to shut them up from anything? No. I think that he wants... You talking about Todd? No. I think that he wants to be liked, and it looks unfair that he was pardoned and a whole bunch of other people probably been in there fighting for their freedom, and they haven't been freed, haven't been pardoned, haven't been, freed at all. And he's only been this doesn't happen in the feds, y'all. This does not happen in the feds. Spend 2.5 years of your time and you release. This does not happen in the feds. So for Trump to pardon them is actually a huge deal. Okay. She said he is looking for it. So y'all think Diddy? She said, yes, Diddy pardoned with Trump. So y'all think Diddy is going to get pardoned? I know he's looking for it. She said, yeah, I think he will. He did it for Larry Hoover. Oh, he did pardon Larry Hoover? So Trump, and I did hear that President Trump, I hate calling Trump like that, but President Trump and Diddy were friends. I did hear that they were buddies. So do y'all think that he's going to get it? She said, so now let's see how Todd rebuilds himself after being in prison and his reputation has been damaged. He just said he has no shame. He literally said he has no shame, you know. I wonder do he get to keep the $30 million though? I mean, they seized it. Oh, they seized the house and they're moving right back into the same mansion. I think the same mansion. I think that's what I said. That big ass mansion, they are getting all of that back. But now what I don't know if they're getting the $30 million back. She said, wow, Todd is home. I believe him. You believe he was innocent making moves? I thought she was seeking a divorce from him before they went in. She was seeking a divorce. That's why they said she wasn't there now. Now, mind you guys, they have been separated from each other for 2+ years, okay? 2+ years, they have not even been in the same state. She been in he was in Pensacola and she was in Lexington. I think that's Lexington, Kentucky. So they have not even been together. Now, I think she was seeking a divorce because she tried to say she did not know that her husband was stealing all of this money. Okay, receiving the money fraudulently, right? So she was seeking a divorce, but I don't know. I don't think they're getting a divorce. And the reason why I say that is because they're getting ready to do a whole reality show. You hear me? So I think the speaking of divorce thing was just trying to double down on, oh my God, I didn't know that he was really doing this. I didn't know that he was frauding the government. I thought everything was legit. You know what I mean? So but I don't think that they're getting divorced no time soon because she has agreed to do the show with him. Okay. She said Todd is rumored to swing the other way. Well, he definitely act like it. However, he has came out and said he is a whole man. Now I did think on more than one occasion that he is they say he's flamboyant. He's very flamboyant. I mean, I don't know no other word to use, but he is very in touch with his feminine side. Very in touch. Let me let y'all see a little bit of some of the funniest
Look
moments.
at porn or doing something he's not supposed to be doing. So I monitor all of the computer traffic. Oh my God. Chase, really? I had this computer taken from you, but you won't get it again. It's going to be Todd's way or the highway because at the end of the day, he who has the gold rules. I have the gold. They don't.
So again, very flamboyant father, very, very flamboyant father. But he said he is a whole man. They've been married over 30 years. Over 30 years. She said he didn't pardon Larry Hoover. He only commuted his sentence. Only the white defendants received full pardons. Savannah spread so much racist rhetoric against black people and uplifting the KKK. But now she said she about to fight for him, Platinum. Now, I don't know. Savannah said she about to fight for the brown skinned people that was left behind. She said, yes, NBA young boy was pardoned by. And you know what? What Platinum said is not wrong, because when you get a pardon, a whole pardon, a commute sentence and a pardon is two different things. A pardon give you your rights back. It's almost like as if you were innocent. Okay, it takes away your charge, your indictment, like the whole thing. Like it restores you to brand new. Whereas commute the sentence, if I'm not mistaken, that's just your sentence is over. Okay, you don't have to finish out your sentence. Whereas a pardon set you back to where you are in good standing. Okay. You get your rights back. You get to carry a weapon. You get to vote. You get to do everything a regular, normal citizen will be able to do. A United States citizen would do. That's not, have felonies and those type of crimes. So, but again, I'm beginning to think that the only way Diddy is going to be able to get off on this is get a pardon from Trump. So I'm just wondering, is he going to do Diddy a pardon like he did Todd? Is he? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? She said, yeah, because his friend Epstein got caught and they took him out and not till on Trump next year, Trump became president. Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true. But now I don't know if they took him out or not. That was never proven. They don't know if they say he hung himself, but I mean, come on, we don't know. But the cameras just so happen to conveniently be off, right? She said, yes, Trump said him pardoning Diddy isn't off the table. And he said he would look into the case. See, listen, that's crazy work. But if Diddy gets off, it's going to be because of Trump. Now, we do know the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, he was pardoned by Trump. He had Fed charge. He was pending, and he was pardoned by Trump, and all of it was basically just wiped away. You know what I'm saying? So he was, I don't even know if he was pardoned or they just released him. I don't think that, I know he wasn't pardoned. They just, what do you call it? They just dropped his charges, right? He wasn't pardoned. They just dropped his charges, but it was because of Trump. It was because of Trump. They just dropped his charges, right? She said, Trump said he have not been following Diddy case, but will look into it. Listen, I believe that he will offer him a pardon, but I'm going to say it like this. That's the only way Diddy going to get off. That's the only way Diddy going to get off. If not, Diddy going to rot. Yeah, he was at the party. Yeah, he don't want them tapes to show up. Like Larry Hoover still has to serve the year he was given on the state level. Also, he went from Fed to the states. I used to watch that show all the time. Yes, well, it's coming back. They definitely said they are on their way back. So they're giving everything back to him. I wonder if he can get the 30 million back too. She said Diddy got money somewhere. Trump wants it. She said, just like Martha Stewart came right back to TV commercials and reality shows as well. Black people are stereotyped so much that they fall through the cracks. Yeah, Martha Stewart came back even bigger and better, didn't she? She did her 3 years. I think she only did 3 years. She did her 3 years, dust her shoulders off, and came back bigger and richer and better, baby. You hear me? She just basically went on a summer camp trip where she went to sleep for 3 years and came back, and she's bigger and better. Larry had Fed and state charges. Only his Fed was pardoned. Oh, okay, so he still had to do his year or two in state. Yeah. So anyway, but that is what's going on. So y'all will definitely see the Chrisleys once again, baby. Once again. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people that are upset because like somebody said in the comments that they believe that they're innocent. Well, a lot of people did not believe that they were innocent. Okay. A lot of people believe that they were guilty as hell. The whole jury did. She said, my daughter loves that show. Diddy would owe Trump his life if he gets off. He would forever be in debt with him. That might be true. That might be true. But you know what? He won't be doing no 25 to life. You know what I mean? The pardon offense will not be removed from his criminal record. Instead, both the federal conviction as well as the pardon would both appear. Oh, will it? I thought it wiped him clear. But I mean, he did serve 2.5 years though. 2+ years. If I'm not mistaken, I think Martha did her time at the federal prison here in Millington, Tennessee. I could be wrong. I think she did 3 years. And I think she was given 3 years, right? I think Martha Stewart was given 3 and she did her 3. Let's see, Martha Stewart. I actually like Martha Stewart, but I mean, she did the same thing though. Let's see, Martha Stewart. Oh, wait a minute. I said 3 years? Wait a minute. Hold on. No. So Martha Stewart didn't get 3 years. She only did 5 months. 3 years. Wait a minute. Now, y'all know this ain't even right. I like Martha, but good Lord, who sends somebody to 5 months? So Martha Stewart only received 5 months and 2 years probation. I thought Martha Stewart received 3 years. So Martha only went down for 5 months? Wow. Well, that's those, white collar crimes, baby. You hear me? Those white collar crimes. But some people are in prison for a very, very long time for these white collar crimes. You hear me? But she only got 5 months. Oh, she did 5 months in prison and then 5 months home confinement. Okay. So 10 months total and 2-year probation. So that's why I guess I got the 3 year from. So 5 months confinement in prison, and then she did 5 months at home, I guess with an ankle monitor or something. So Martha Stewart, boy, 5 months went by, I'm pretty sure went by real fast. You know what I mean? She said, yes, she got 3 years. That's about right. Well, she got 5 months in prison, 5 months at home, and 2 years probation. Okay. And you know what? She really went to jail. She got charged. Okay, so Todd and Julie their fraud total was $30 million. Hers was only $46,000. That's a big ass difference. She went upstate for 46K. Damn, girl. That's crazy. 46,000. She said, yeah, she got about 3 years. Yeah. She said he pardoned NBA young boy too. She said, what did Martha do? So Martha did something that had to do with trading. Somebody gave her a tip and was like, girl, you better go snatch your damn money out of the damn system because that shit going down tomorrow or the next day or whatever. And she snatched her money out. Now, it was her own money, but she snatched it out because it was inside trade. She got an inside trading tip that it was going to fall, that the money was going to drop. So she took it out, and that's like against the law. You can't do that. So if somebody says, if somebody that's inside tell you that the market is about to fall and you go grab your money, you can get in trouble for that. So that's what the hell happened. And it was her own damn money. Yep. She said, yep, I know a couple that did 6 years for changing their name and getting money from the government for business. Damn, they got 6 years. Trump didn't pardon them. Trump said people like that deserve a second chance. I'm not going to say they don't, but, because they're not like hardcore criminals, but I mean, they still criminals, nevertheless, but that's what Bishop White is upstate now for, doing the similar things. He frauded the government, got all these millions of dollars in loans, and was able to buy him a whole ass mansion, all these nice ass cars, Rolls Royce, whatever, Bentley cars and whatnot, and he got caught, child. I don't know what the hell type document they be putting together and taking it to the bank to get millions, but baby, good Lord. And why the bank don't know it's fraud up front? Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, but that is what Todd, Martha, well, it's kind of different, but it's kind of the same. They're not like hardcore criminals, like they don't pop nobody or anything like that. But I mean, shit, these smart criminals, you know what I mean? So anyway, so now he's saying that he is about to advocate for the brown people that's still in jail that didn't get a fair shake like he did. He feels, pretty privileged now that he has gotten a fair shake. Okay. Now, I do believe it's because the daughter went hard in the paint for him. When I say she went hard, Savannah went hard in the paint for her daddy. She was a trumper out here going hard in the paint. And you know what? I do believe that's what brought about the pardon. Because if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that, well, yeah, they did used to call them little Trumpers, didn't they? I think they called the whole family the Trump family or whatever. I was getting ready to say I don't think he was a Republican before he went in, but yeah, I do think he was. So anyway. So he went from his riches to prison and now free, okay? So he's only been free for a couple of days. Again, they are about to hit back to the TV screen. You see how they go to prison for 2.5 years and come back and they get their job back. They get their job back, they get their house back, get their cars back, they get every damn thing back. You know what I mean? She said, nope, the mom, the husband, and the daughter changed their names to African names and got a lot of money. Oh, you talking about the one that you're talking about, the case you're talking about. So anyway, he going right back to where he was, the designer clothes, the luxury travel, the high-end cars. Oh yeah, and he was a real estate guy. He was into real estate before all of this stuff happened, okay? He was into real estate before he even became a reality TV family. He was into real estate. So, but now he's going right back into reality TV because that's where the money was. And you know what? And people will actually watch them simply because they know that they were caught up in a scheme, a fraud scheme, went to prison, and now out. They probably will get more views now than they did before. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's all I have on Todd and Chrisley. Are y'all watching the show or no? Are we watching the show or no? We watching it. A lot of people like, I ain't never heard of this show. I ain't never heard of this show. She said, do you think he's going to do it again since he's pretty much gotten away with it? No, I don't think he'll do it again. I don't. Nah, I don't think he'll do it again. And the reason why I say that because it sounds like they're going to allow them to keep some of the money or whatever, right? So no, I don't think that he's going to do it again. She said, I ain't watching it, but I like Todd and his mama. She said, I don't like the show. Hey, Carla. No, I don't think he'll do it again. Do y'all think he'll do it again? She said, Amora, believe it or not, federal convictions don't show up on your background check, though jobs. Only if you're applying for government. Is that what you're saying? Government jobs? I think you mean government jobs. I think you might be driving or something. So you're saying federal convictions don't show up on your record? Federal convictions don't show up on your damn background. I didn't know that. Really? So if you did bad time, don't nobody have to know you're going to apply for a job? Damn, I did not know that. I never heard of the show. Oh, you didn't? Oh, well. A lot of people watched it or whatever. I just knew them as a very flamboyant. I just thought the father was, I got all them damn kids and, he got all them children, got a wife of 30 years, and I just knew he was just as, feminine as he want to be, but they say he's not. She said, yes, I love him with his granddaughter. Yes, she said, I may watch again because Todd and his mom are funny. It seems too scripted for me, even though it's reality TV. Well, believe it or not, most reality shows are scripted. They kind of allow you to kind of, do it your way, but they kind of tell you what they want from you. You know what I mean? Like they'll say like, oh, we want, you guys to go to dinner. We want y'all to bring up this topic. And they kind of let it go, flow with how it goes. But they may even say, I want you to pick a fight with him or pick a fight with her. I want you to tell them this or tell them that. So they do, it is scripted, not 100%, but it is somewhat scripted. They do kind of want to see a certain thing from you, and then they let you roll with it then, She's happy Sunday more. Hey, girl, since I've never watched it. Yeah, well, when it comes back out, which I don't know when it's coming back out. Let me see. When is Knows Best coming back out? Todd Knows Best. Let's see when it's coming back. It is coming back. No, not Todd Knows Best. Chrisley Knows Best. It's coming back. Well, it can't come back in May because it may go. Man. Well, it just says. Oh, it hasn't. They haven't released it, but it is coming back. But they haven't released the date. They have not released the date, but they did say they're coming back. She said, "I'm back to watching it. I want to see how their granddaughter is growing with her beautiful stuff." You're gonna watch it. You're gonna start back watching it. Say, hey, everybody, I'm late. Who are these people? This is Todd and Julie Chrisley. They had the reality TV show Chrisley Knows Best. And they were arrested for, allegedly frauding the banks for over $30 million because they put together some fake documents or whatever. They were both sentenced. He was sentenced to 12 years Fed time. She was sentenced to 7 years, and President Trump just pardoned both of them. A couple of days ago. They ain't even been out of prison for what, 3 days now? 2 days? 2 to 3 days now? They are out. Yes. So, but anyway, that's them on the job. So if y'all want to watch it and go over it, we can. But it's just a reality TV show. Just like, you know what? They're a show just like T.I. and Tiny, how they had their reality show, their whole damn family. She said Trump learned his lesson. He sent out those stimulus checks and black folks still didn't vote for him. LOL. You better be able to donate at least $1 million to Trump for a part. Oh, yeah, that is true. And I didn't know that at first. You do have to pay for parties. Let me see how much it costs. How much does parties cost? I did not know that at first, but somebody told me that we're not free. So everybody can't get a pardon because it's not free. So this is what it says. It says, do presidential pardons cost money? Legally, no. But a presidential pardon is 100% free to apply for, but the constitutional power granted to the president of the United States and cannot be bought or sold on record. But the reality is there's the legal fees, the lobbyists, the political donations, the public campaigning. Yeah, anywhere. It said it could be anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000. Okay. So wait a minute. Where you get $1 million from? It says anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000. But yeah, so it's not necessarily, you don't give the money to Trump per se. I mean, not legally give the money to President Trump. But with the legal with the legal fees that you have to do, you have to, put in forward and have these people advocate for you and this, that, and the other. Is that it can cost anywhere from 10 to 100K. So a lot of these people are still in jail and didn't get a opportunity to get pardoned because they didn't have the $100,000, So far on Trump's presidency, it's been alleged that he has pardoned Steve Bannon, Kodak Black, Lil Wayne. Oh, who else? Who else, baby? Did y'all know he pardoned those people? Kodak Black. Oh, wow. He pardoned a lot of people. So he pardoned Michael Flynn, Roger Stones, Paul Manafort, Steve Bannon, Lil Wayne, Kodak Black, Charles Kushner, Elliot Brody, and Dinesh D'Souza. And then he did Alice Johnson, Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson is the first black heavyweight boxer champion. Alice Johnson, grandmother serving life for a nonviolent drug offense. Oh yeah, Alice Johnson, wasn't that the one that Kim Kardashian? She the one helped get her off. Did she flee to Cuba? I think that's the Alice Johnson lady. She ran to Cuba away from the United States and whatnot. And Kim Kardashian, she advocated that or whatever. And so she was pardoned. She was commuted in 2018 and later pardoned in 2020. Yeah, so anyway. So he pardoned quite a bit. Now, Lil Wayne, he pardoned him. He pled guilty for a firearm in 2020, and Trump pardoned him in 2021 after he publicly supported Trump. So Trump like, oh, Lil Wayne gonna support me? Hell yeah, I'm gonna get you out. Kodak Black was serving time for falsifying information on a federal gun purchase form. His sentence was commuted by Trump in 2021. Let me see. Steve Bannon, he was indicted for defrauding donors in the We Build the Wall campaign because they never spent the money on building the damn wall. And his pardon came hours before Trump left the office, the first go round. Michael Flynn lied to the FBI about his communication with Russia, and his pardon came about in 2020. Anyway, she said Jack John is off a Harlem Night. Let me see. Jack Johnson, first black heavyweight boxer champion. He was pardoned for a racially charged conviction from 1913. Is he even a damn liar? So he was pardoned after he had already passed away. Wow, that's crazy. Can you even do that? Anyway, I think he did black youngsters got pardoned on the first term he did. She said, well, he needs to help my boy Boosie. Is Boosie up for charges? Is Boosie up for charges? I heard an interview today or something about Boosie saying that they won't play his music on some type of platform. They won't even play his music, so he can't get paid on it or whatever. Yeah, he did pardon the January 6th Capitol attackers, and I believe one or two of them turned it down and said they don't want it. One or two of the attackers of the Capitol said, nope, I don't want your pardon. I was wrong for what I did, and I want to serve my time. Can you imagine that? Listen, one of the attackers, I know either one or two, she literally said, nope, I was wrong for what I did. I want to serve my time. I don't want no freebies. I don't want no smack on the hand. I was wrong for what I did, and I want to serve my time. That is freaking honorary, but crazy at the same time. She said Trump is going to pardon Chauvin, who killed George Floyd, but he can't stop the 25 years owed to the state. So a pardon would be futile. A NCIS check has been done to show a Fed crime. So he's going to pardon him on the Fed charges, but he's going to have to do the 25 years on state. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, so that wasn't Allison Johnson. Okay, so you said Asata Shakur is the one in Cuba, former Black Panther. Okay. But was she pardoned? Because I don't know why I thought she was. She said, Amor, are you going to do a late live? No, I'm not going to do a late live tonight, babe. No, not tonight. Not tonight, baby. Not tonight. I will be back tomorrow, though. Okay. Hey, right quick, because I got to go. But raise your hand if you knew there was a Love and Hip Hop DC. Because, not Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, Love and Hip Hop. Did you know there was a Love and Hip Hop DC? Because I did not know. Let me know by the show of hands if you knew there was a Love and Hip Hop DC. Or is it Love and Marriage? I think it's Love and Marriage. Yeah, Love and Marriage DC. My bad. Love and Marriage, not Love and Hip Hop. See, look at all the people that said no. I didn't know it either. Somebody said yes. I didn't know. Love and Marriage DC? That would be interesting. I did not know I thought it was Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I did not know it was a Love and Marriage DC. See, she said I knew about Love and Marriage DC. You're the only one, Kayshawn. You're the only one. Oh, wait a minute. Tandra said she knew. But anyway, it's kind of fairly new. But I wanted to look into it. I lived in the Northern Virginia area. Just something different, but I don't think anything is going to beat the Atlanta one reality TV show. Housewives of Atlanta. I don't think any of these reality shows is going to beat that one. But I just wanted to get something different. She said the president can only pardon federal inmates. Okay, thank you, Queen T. She said Huntsville is canceled. Also, they did cancel Huntsville. I think it's in its third season. Is it third or the second? I thought it said it was in the second season, but it might be the third. She said it's very boring to me. I can't get into it. So the DC one is boring? Oh, damn, DC. What? That's probably why nobody knows. She said, I don't watch TV no more. I watch YouTube and Netflix. Well, I'm going to have to bring some of the reality TV to y'all so y'all can listen. We'll keep up with it. I'll tell y'all about it. You know what I mean? I'll tell you all about it. She said, no, I didn't know about the Love and Marriage DC. They have more, didn't know. Yeah, they do. I heard it's supposed to be one coming to, not coming to, I'm saying coming to like I'm there. I heard there was supposed to be one going to, I think, was it Tennessee? I want to say Tennessee or something like that. She said DC native here, Love and Marriage DC, and Real Housewives of DC. Oh, they got Real Housewives of DC too? I like your name, Miss Boots on the Ground, baby. She said one of the couples is currently going through a divorce. See? That's why Jay don't want to do no reality shows. Dang, she said they too bougie for my liking. Oh, you think the DC one's too bougie? One more thing before we get off, and then I'm gonna get off, y'all. But I just want y'all to be careful with something. Let me pull it up right quick. Hold on. I wasn't even gonna go over this, but I think it's funny, so I'm gonna pull it up. There's a thing called. Let me pull it up, and then I'm going to. I wasn't even gonna go over this, but this is gonna be a freebie for y'all. Oh, come on. Wait a minute. All right, hold on. Come on. Then I gotta go because I don't want to get too dark. All right, let me see if the video can it play. All right, here it goes. It's only 3 minutes long, the video. So we're gonna watch this video. There's a thing called Ozempic mouth. Okay, Ozempic mouth. For all of my beautiful queens down there in the audience that's taking this Ozempic pen, I want y'all to beware because there's this thing. They said the Ozempic weight loss pen has a side effect that is leaving a lot of people with the Ozempic mouth. All right, hold on. Here we go.
With more than 1 in 8 Americans having tried them. Their popularity has been driven in large part by celebrities like Oprah, Kelly Clarkson, and even Elon Musk, who've all admitted to using the drugs to slim down. While you might be familiar with these as weight loss drugs, some GLP-1s, like Mounjaro and Ozempic, were actually first approved to treat type 2 diabetes. Medications like Wegovy and Zepbound, meanwhile, were originally greenlit for obesity. Some of these drugs are semaglutide-based, which is an active ingredient that mimics the GLP-1 hormone naturally released in the gut in response to eating. Others are based on tirzepatide, which mimics 2 hormones and might be more effective for weight loss. Now, it's time to talk side effects. Most are familiar with the common ones like nausea, vomiting, and constipation, but there are some exciting ones you might not have seen coming. A recent large-scale study revealed that GLP-1s lower the risk of 42 health outcomes across 175 diseases and medical conditions. One of the most groundbreaking findings is that GLP-1s can actually be helpful in treating addiction and even substance use disorders.
Anybody else kick the wine habit now that they're on a GLP-1 medication?
It's what helped me get sober. And I will forever be grateful for this medication for doing that.
The drugs were also found to help with blood clotting, seizures, and certain cardiovascular issues like heart attacks and stroke. Perhaps the most surprising finding is that despite previous fears to the contrary, GLP-1s could actually have an antidepressant effect. Not all sunshine and rainbows. Take Amy Schumer, for example. The comedian and actress dropped 30 pounds after trying Ozempic, but the drug's side effects were so severe, she had to stop using it.
I tried Ozempic almost 3 years ago, and I was like bedridden. I was like vomiting, and then you have no energy. But other people take it, and they're all good. So
I know.
God bless them.
The same study that touts the benefits of GLP-1s also highlights some pretty serious, albeit relatively uncommon, side effects. To start, research has linked the drugs to serious conditions like pancreatitis and arthritis, which is kind of a head scratcher considering these drugs promote weight loss and should, in theory,
Damn, so you lose weight and get arthritis? Damn.
ease arthritis symptoms. The next is the infamous Ozempic face, in which faces appear after rapid fat loss.
Here's the Ozempic face. So it says the Ozempic pen causes an Ozempic face. Listen up.
This same phenomenon has been found in other parts of the body, leading to what's been dubbed Ozempic butt, Ozempic boobs, and even Ozempic fingers.
Breaking news. Ozempic, the weight loss drug, has been shown to create Ozempic butt or Ozempic face where your skin just gets super loose and flabby.
But perhaps the most jaw-dropping side effect of all, Ozempic babies. That's right. Some women on GLP-1s, including those previously told they were infertile, have unexpectedly gotten pregnant.
I got pregnant on a GLP-1. I am having an Ozempic baby.
I'm pregnant at 41 with an Ozempic baby.
Doctors believe this phenomenon may be linked to 2 factors. First, weight loss can help regulate menstrual cycles and boost fertility. Second, the drugs could reduce the effectiveness of birth control pills because they slow digestion. Something to keep in mind the next time you're trying to shed weight and get it on.
So again, you guys, be careful with the Ozempic pen. You heard it. It could cause arthritis, Ozempic butt, Ozempic face, Ozempic boobs, and Ozempic babies. Okay. All right. So be careful when you're taking that Ozempic pen, because you could mess around and get pregnant at 50 years old. Okay. Just be careful, y'all. Thank you, TT, for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Thank you, Tiff, for dropping off a love offering. Appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the show tonight. I told you it wasn't going to be long. I've only been on for an hour and 5 minutes. I need all 200 of you guys to hit that thumbs up button for your girl. I'm going walking, and I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
She kept talking about that family.
Hoes over there.
She kept talking about that family. 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 That family.